Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another wonderful round brought to you by the Sim Racers Room and SKNY Media. I'm your host, Sagar Bakshi, aka The Real High. This is the Porsche Cup Challenge. This is the final round here at Monza, the Temple of Speed. Without any further delay, let's go trackside and start reviewing some of the race details and seeing what the drivers are all up to. Monza is the Temple of Speed in Draft City. We've got a track length of 3.6 miles long, 5.7 kilometers. Founded in 1922, it's the current layout since 2000, located in Monza, Italy. It's got 11 turns, 4 to the left, 7 to the right, 43 feet of elevation change, or 13 meters, with a 0.7 mile or 1.1 kilometer long straightaway. Drivers are going to both pull full throttle for about 85% of the lap. Keys to the race are going to be mastery into T1, braking mastery coming down and towards corner number 1. Of course, we all know about Monza drama coming into turn 1 on lap 1. Hopefully the drivers can master turn 1 throughout the race, through this 40-minute sprint endurance race that we have coming up in just a few moments' time. Attack the curbs, attack them well, making sure that you know when and where you can attack the curbs. Good attack into Redifilio, turn 1 and turn 2, in the Raggia chicane, turn 4 and turn 5. Cutting aggressively on entry, straighten out on exit, avoid too much curb during Escari. Over-aggression will destabilize the car and kill your exit speed for the back straightaway. Stability through Lesmos is extremely important. Lesmos 1 and 2 will test your patience. Overdriving will ruin exits there. Brake straight, turn in late, and let the car rotate naturally. Exit Lesmo 2 is one of the most important part of sections on the racetrack. And use the slipstream. Use it well, use it wisely, because you'll need to get it done into corner number 1. Weather report is clear skies, 15 kilometers per hour wind, 87% humidity, 19 degrees Celsius. It's pretty cold out there, and the track is a little bit damp as well. Looking at the race calendar, where we've been and where we're going, we've been to Imola Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, the Barcelona Catalunya Circuit, Red Bull Ring, Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, the Hungaroring, Zandvoort, and now we're finishing things off for round 8 at Monza. Championship standings. Declan Daniel leads the charge with 243 points in front of Jaden Harrison with 188 points. Peter Arundel in 3rd, Adi Nagel in 4th, Monet Duploy in 5th, Kadim Mohammed in 6th, Andrew Marsan in 7th, Julian Arce in 8th, Branson Haldor in 9th, Lewis Benny in 10th. Then we have Kyle Barnes, Giannis Constantine, Gareth Wells, Jay Butler, Michael Jules, Benny Zvetvaga, Joshua Brady, and Deslin Van Gerp, rounding out the 18 participants in this lovely, lovely championship. Looking at the 6 drivers on track, Jaden Harrison leads the charge right now with the best lap of 1:56.17, and that'll be, I believe, Kyle Barnes. Yes, that is Kyle Barnes who's out there pushing, who's in 2nd place currently with a 1:56.38. Declan Daniel in 3rd with a 1:57.3. Peter Arundel with a 1:57.7. Adi Nagel with a 1:58.0, and Julian Arce not setting a lap time just yet. Jaden Harrison finding more improvement through Sector 2 than not. That'll just set the benchmark that much higher. 12 minutes of this 20-minute qualifying session that we're in right now. Leaves just 8 left to go on the clock. Jaden Harrison coming through Curva Parabolica now. Does he find some additional improvements? 1:55.8 will be the new pole position time. Sets himself apart from Kyle Barnes by half a second now. Go on board with Jaden Harrison and see how he's working the wheel. Coming through Curva Grande, avoiding the puddles on the inside line, heading down toward the Raggia chicane. Again, avoiding the puddles on the outside line, coming across and attacking the curbs, but not getting on throttle too much. Going out onto the curbs will slip out the tires from under you, but a short shift will help avoid the traction loss. Avoiding the puddles through Lesmo 1, avoiding the puddles through the exit of Lesmo 1 as well. Coming through Lesmo 2 now, it's all dry and looking good for Jaden Harrison. Improvement through Sector 2. Good attack through Ascari, and we come down towards the back straight into Curva Parabolica. We go now, downshifting into third gear. Drifting out a little bit wide onto the green stuff, avoiding it if at all possible to avoid the traction loss. Jaden Harrison will call it done there. 1:55.524 will be that new pole position time, 0.8 of a second in front of the man in second place, Kyle Barnes. Kyle Barnes finding leaps and bounds through Sector 2, goes purple in that sector, although not looking great in Sector 1. Improvement through Sector 3, though. Does he have it in the bag? Kyle Barnes running fairly new to this championship, joined about halfway through. He definitely could have been a contender for one of the top spots. Purple through Sector 4. And green through Sector 5, 1:55.524. 55.6 is all he had on that lap. Unfortunately, just 93 thousandths off of Jaden Harrison's time out in P1. And Miguel gets to the line trying to beat the 55.5, but can't do so. Puts down a 58.8. Kyle Barnes finds that purple Sector 2 again. That's where he is very strong, apparently, in this Porsche 992 Cup car. Running very, very well and sliding his way through Ascari. And that might be track limits there. at the exit of Ascari, though. That will conclude Kyle Barnes's run of things. Peter Arundel parking it as well. Declan Daniel still running around. What about Addy as they improve through a couple of sectors? Coming through, punching the clock, 1:58.1 will be Addy's best time. Declan Daniel not setting a valid lap that last time around. So it's all up to Addy to try to improve this time around. $157.7. Addy definitely improving little by little. Declan Daniel gets a black flag at the end of the session. That will conclude the qualifying run. And we'll get the results on screen in just a few moments' time, folks. With the wet and slippery conditions here at Monza, it's going to be a challenge for all the drivers to get through cleanly at turn one. I'm just hoping and praying that they're able to do just that. Here it is, the qualifying results. Jaden Harrison in the lead by 93 thousandths of a second in front of Kyle Barnes, Peter Arundel in third, Declan Daniel in fourth, Adam Nagel in fifth, and Julian Narcisse in sixth position. Drivers are getting gridded up here. And we're getting ready to take the green flag. Once the 5 lights become illuminated and then go out, we will be ready to go racing. It's going to be green, green, green. Away we go. Jaden Harrison stuck on track. Didn't take the start of the race. Allows Kyle Barnes to go right on through. Jaden's got a lot of work to do. And there is a big lockup, I believe, from Declan Daniel. No, it's not Declan Daniel. That would be Peter Arundel, who cut the chicane very aggressively, giving up a lot of time on that run of things. But we are green flag running, folks, here at Monza for the very first time of asking, for the very last time of Season 8, running nose to tail right now. Gaps already opened up pretty substantially, though. Jaden Harrison is perhaps off. Yellow flag attached to his name, but I'm not seeing for what. Addy trying to get by Julian now. Coming down the back straightaway. Able to do so easily on that time of asking. Jaden Harrison. Now the next driver to get by Narcisse. Addie Nagel gets passed by. Yeah, no, excuse me. That's Jaden Harrison as he makes up positions after a very, let's just call it weird or unlikely scenario on the race start. Perhaps it wasn't in gear. Perhaps he had a technical malfunction, but looks to be all resolved now. Jaden has about 7 seconds to make up on the leaders. Peter Arundel, who fell back during corner number 1, now catching up to the rear end of Julian. Jaden right now has 5.6 seconds to make up on the second place car. That is going to be Declan Daniel. Expect that to go a bit interestingly. We heard from Declan on the last podcast that himself and Steven and Jaden Harrison saying that Declan Daniel crashed. Get a replay of what happened here. This is a scar. No, that's Raja chicane. That's how Jaden Harrison was through. As I was saying, Declan Daniel and Jaden Harrison, very close friends, and they race hard against each other. Expect that battle to come back anytime now. But he's got a lot of ground to make up now. Not going to get the move done at Curva Grande. I think Declan is going to try to go for a move. This is the championship leader right now. And I don't believe there's any point scenario which he can lose the championship. Now to Jaden Harrison. Jaden a little too far back right. Setting this one up for a long time now. Declan's being extremely patient. Adding the gelt. Oh, Hayden Harrison crashed. Coming into corner number 1, and that is a huge crash for Jaden. Oof. Jaden Harrison is actually close back to pit lane. Don't think he's going to resume this race. That'll solidify the championship for Declan now. Jaden Harrison is officially out of the race right now. Super unfortunate to see that. Trying to set this one up, coming out of Curva Parabolica. Declan Daniel chasing down Addy in front, leading down towards corner number 1. This is where the slipstream will be the most effective. Addy moves over to the inside line to cover off the attacking Daniel. Has to cut through the chicane. Missing. Declan walks right on by. Keeping an eye on the timing tower for you guys at home. Peter Aaron Dell's closest opponent will be Addy Nagel. Addy's doing a good job trying to challenge forward another Calypso Racing driver and make them indisposed. Pretty quiet race so far, folks. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Peter Arundel, been very quiet but deadly driving like a stroke will only get you so far. The consistency of it, Go team, go banners being thrown around the racetrack here in Monza, Italy. Race is coming to a close here. 39. Oh, whoa, and a lick into the rear end. Arundel into the back of Adam Miguel into corner number 1. We're going to settle things out between the two drivers. It's been all up to this man, Declan Daniel, out in P1 for the majority of the race. Hard fought run of things, and the winner of the championship now. Declan Daniel in P1, Adam Miguel in P2. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Thank you very much for being here. It's been a wonderful time to talk to you all. Really appreciate all the love and support. But for now, we have to call things donezo in the unzo. Have a wonderful night, folks. And as always, make sure you stay safe out there. Bye-bye.